All right. What's up, folks? Today is April 2nd, 2025. Man, I've been going through the highs and lows with this trading stuff, with this market. Oh my God. But as many of you know that have been following the charts, you know that April the 1st, April the 2nd has been some kind of crazy days. We've been coming into quite a long pullback with ES futures, and now we've got a couple bullish days, but it's I don't think it's the end of the bearish activity, but at any route, I'm going to spend this whole month focusing more on programming. So you'll see a lot more of my videos for this month for sure. All right, so what I'm going to do today is I'm just going to show you a quick video so that you can kind of find the sequence along your chart. So if you're looking for like a low, high, low, there's one way that you can do it. So there's other ways that you can do it where you can track the low, the high, the low, and then you can ask for the sequence. But what we're going to do is we're going to use a specific kind of way that I like to do. So I'm going to kind of fumble through this a little bit, but we're going to keep fumbling through it until we get it the way that we want it. All right, so this is just a copy and paste of a text pad that I use for some shortcut to save some typing. I don't even know. V lows, V. No, we're going to do V sequence. Okay, and we're going to come down here. We're going to do a once block. Begin in V sequence is equal to a new vector. Okay, and then I know we're going to need a method. Method void x check sequence. So what we're going to do is we want to see if, for instance, we have a low, high, and say a low. If that was the sequence, if that was the most recent sequence on our chart, then we want to plot wherever we get this low qualified here by 1, 2, 3, 4 bars, whatever it be. Wherever we get this sequence here, we want to go ahead and plot that we have a low, high, low preceding, right? Okay, so let's come over here, and how we're going to tackle that is we're just going to say, hey, if you have a low, put a low into a string. If you have a high, put a high. If you have something else, right? So we're going to do a token list with this. And you could do it with a string as well. Well, with a string, you can't check each index, right? So let's do a token list, T list, null. And if we did string, string sequence, this is the problem with a string. If we have a swing low of 4 bars, then tlist dot insert, because it's a token list and it has indexes, and the indexes will be like 1, 2, 3, 4, up 2, 3, 4. If you put insert, you can say I want to insert it here at 0, so it can always be at the front of your string, right? Your token list. All right, so we're going to insert the token list. We're going to insert what? We're going to insert the word low. This is just saying that we have a low. Now we can insert other things, or we can insert the price as well. We can insert the low price. We can insert multiple things, but right now all we need to insert is the word. Okay. All right, 2 seconds. All right. Continuing on. All right, so if we have a high, if we have a swing high of 4 bars, then tlist insert 0 index. We're going to insert high. We're going to leave it lowercase. If you try to keep everything lowercase or higher, uppercase, first letter capitalized or not, whatever, you want to have some type of consistency, because when you're actually searching and you want to do, your search is going to be case sensitive. So I like to do everything pretty much lowercase, unless I'm doing like a global dictionary. I'll do upper GD low, something like that. All right, so to check the sequence, now on every bar, we want to check the sequence. So if the tlist.count is greater than or equal to 3, then x check sequence. That is a variable, which is right up here. So now, hang on. All right. This is going to be a loop, which is going to require an index. Way to sort through the index. So for IDX of A equals 0 to TList, we're just going to go 0 to 2. So this will be index 0, 1, and 2. So that'll be a count of 3, right? And that's why we have a count of 3 right here. Okay, so for IDX is equals 0 to 2, begin, end. So we're going to start a string here, and it'll be string check. So string check plus equals what's in the T list, what's in the token list, plus equals. So it's just going to keep adding to it. It won't give you any commas or anything like that. It'll essentially look like, when it's printed out, it'll essentially look like low, high, low. Okay, so now when we get done with this loop, because this is still run on every bar, right? It's run on every bar. So now when we get done running the loop, now we want to say if string check is equal to whatever we're looking for, low, high, low, or something else, then plot 1 low. We're just going to put string met, and then we'll put red, and just try to verify it. I got an error if this, then TList. Okay, so one of the errors that we have for sure, CV sequence, we do need to go ahead and instantiate the token list, although it hasn't given us that error yet. Okay, and we just going to keep adding to it, so we don't need to clear it at any point. Although we could clear it or pop off the back. I don't know if can you pop off the back on a token list, just so that we're not holding a object with so much information. So if TList.count is greater than or equal to 5, then TList. No. Let's see, if it's greater than or equal to 5, then it has 5 indexes, 5 elements, so we can clear the 5th one. TList dot remove. No, TList dot remove at index 5. So that should keep it somewhat limited to 5 elements, although we only need 3. Okay, so what was it? We got true to false. TList equals new token list. Verify if we got a swing low. Okay, if a swing low exists, so we just say that it's greater than or equal to 0. Okay, so no errors now. Let's come back over here. All right, so we got an error with the max bars back setting. Come here. Double click on that, status customize. Just make sure that it's set for auto detect. And I don't know why 1 wouldn't work. Why wouldn't 1 work? TList. Oh, because when we're using the swing lows, we're looking 4 bars back. Okay, so we probably need to have a max bars back setting of 5. That should work. All right, so we're going to set that to 5. I try to set these manually if I can, just so the computer doesn't have to run as many times. Okay, verified that. All right, still got a max bars back setting issue. All right, let's go to auto detect then for right now. We don't need this on. Invalid index. Right here, invalid index used to access an element of a collection. All right, so for 0 to 2, 0, 1, 2, that's 3 indexes. So here, maybe here, if token list.count is greater than or equal to 5, oh, then we're going to remove 4. Because remember, if the count is greater than 5, then we have, if the count is 5, then we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 indexes, right? So we have 4. At our 4th index, that's the one that we want to delete. Okay, so we're going to verify that. All right, come back over here, turn it on. Still did not verified. Oh, sorry. Minor oversight. Okay, all right, so now we get a bunch of crosses. Now, so what happens is when this becomes valid, it will start plotting every bar that when this condition was last met, or when this condition was first met, from there on, until we get a new low or a new high that throws this condition out of whack, right? It's going to keep saying that the most recent string is the low, high, low, right? So what we need to do is we need to say, we're going to change this to something else. We're going to change this to a Boolean called string met equals true. Okay, so then after we run our function, we're going to say if string met equals true and string met of a bar ago was false, then then we're going to plot 1 low condition met red. Okay, now we need the string met, and also string met 1 is false. String met is equal to false. We can put that here, or you could put it here coming into it, just because this is where we are checking all of our string mets. So if it ends up being false, then if it's not true, then it will be left at false. So I think that's a good place to put it, and it'll be at our module level. So we'll put it in the main body, which will be a Boolean string met false. Okay, verified. Okay, so now you see we have a cross here, cross here, cross here. All right, so now we only have one cross that comes up, cross here. Okay, so that's pretty much it, guys. Like I said, I plan on doing a lot more of these videos because for this month I'll be focusing a lot more on programming, right? I've got to get back to some program. I've got to get away from trading because, man, trading will break your heart. So I got to get away from trading for a little bit. So I'm just going to dive into programming, and I'll come back to it when I'm ready. But in the meantime, I'll be making all kinds of indicators and learning more of the logic and using some of this understanding to help me devise I guess like structures, systems, processes that will allow me to better find where to enter, that kind of thing. Yeah, I guess that's it. I could go a little bit more into what I'll be doing next, but I will do a video on that tomorrow. All right, but as for now, like I said, this is just an easy way to find whatever sequence you're looking for. If you're looking for something in particular, right? So if you're looking for a sequence that is 4 long, that's a low, high, low, high. Well, let's do a low, high, low, low. That doesn't have another high in between it. Will that even exist? I think it could. Yeah, it could exist. Low, high, low, low. All right, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4. So if the count is greater than or equal to 4, all right, hit verify on that. it's just going to be probably less likely. See, there's one there, there's one there, there's one there, there's one there. Yeah, so depending on what you're looking for your specific strategy, this might work for you. And if this specific thing doesn't work for you, then you can probably modify what you're looking for here to get something to work a little bit better for you. But anyways, guys, I'm Eric. I've been your host. I'm Eric. I'm out. Peace.